and dance, feeling right. Raise a glass to a new start, bringing in the year's bright step. Join Betty, Pat, and Billie Jean for a night.
So what I was saying is, after last night we had, I thought it was Granny Pat's internet. Well, it was, but it was the whole town. It was the whole shebang. Well, I've got this on. It looked like I don't know what I've done to myself. I don't know why I didn't take that off. Wasn't even thinking I'd been in the kitchen trying to figure out some stuff. And so I thought I'd better come on and explain to y'all that we worked on that live last night for a long time. And so then I told Granny Pat, I said, turn on your TV and see if it's your TV. And so she said, well, I think my TV's on. I said, well, maybe I think your internet should be on. But then later on, Jan had texted me and said that her mama's internet was off, and it was off all over Lexington. So we worked for 2 hours trying to figure out which button she unplugged or which cord or what was going on, and we really didn't have to. But I knew there for a little bit when we first started talking that she had gotten very muddled, and I thought that don't sound right, you know. So I thought I'd better come on and let y'all know we're okay. And it was internet. It was the whole town of internet. I hope everybody's doing good. Hi, Lucy girl. Chrissy, I've already spoke to some of you. I'm going to pull that up on my phone so I can see all y'all's chat. You know, I get one thing going and then I forget to do what I'm supposed to be doing. So just give me a sec. I can see your comments on the screen of the laptop, but it's not exactly as good as I would like to see it. So I may have to wait because it's not pulling up. I'm not very good at this stuff, y'all. I try, but I'm going to tell you, I've learned a lot in this past year trying to accomplish what I've accomplished, and I think I've got a degree in something. I don't know what I've got a degree in, but David H., how are you? Grandma Teresa, how are you? Good to see you too, David H. I'm going back down the comments because I can't get them pulled up on the telephone, and the big wall TV is too far over. I might as well forget trying to see that. Jimmy Mabry, we're doing okay. Mama's watching, of course, and directing from the other end of the house, but I can always hear her. Yes, Shaylong, Mother enjoyed the catfish very, very much, and I enjoyed the soft fried potatoes very, very much. I don't make those very often because they are time consuming to cut up and all that. And then I don't like all that grease. As I've told y'all, I don't eat a lot of grease. And for that kind of recipe, when you grow up on the greasy potatoes, you wouldn't be satisfied unless you can have it with that. I finally got this Granny Pat. I just finished a kitchen video and spotted you. Well, Granny Pat, I texted you, and I thought you were probably under that old oak tree out there taking a nap. I didn't know what you were doing. Oh, Lord. Jimmy, I'm I feel some better. I just think it's just the way it's going to be. I don't think there's much hope. And now with my vision from that macular degeneration, it seems it's not getting any better. I think it's getting a little worse, but like I said in that video, I just got to be careful around those knives because, one cut and that's it. I'd be bleeding all over the place. Probably wouldn't even realize it. Hi, Pam. How are you? Like I told her, my mother was in there. At 92, she just amazes me. We went out in the car today, and I didn't hit any culverts or con trees or nothing. And we went out, and just to get her out of the house, we just drove on the highway, just drove. So then I got back, I figured she'd be tired and want to get right on her bed. But no, she sat there and took all her fingernail polish off, painted her fingernails. Yesterday she did her own toenails. She amazes me at the things she does. And I'm so blessed to have her, and so blessed that she can still do those things after that broke hip, and with the age. But she really enjoys getting out, and I can't do it all the time, and all the time she don't feel real good. But she told me today, I took her to the doctor on Friday because I think she's got a melanoma on the back of her back, and she'd had one cancer on her ring finger, and they had to, I sat there and watched them. They had to really cut that out bad. And so this is just a superficial, and I think they'll just scale it off, but if it is, I mean, they're going to send it off because it hadn't gotten deep. It's more on the skin, but it's big. It's about the size of a $50, and very jaggedy edged and brown. And so I said, well, Mom, she told me this morning, I just got to sit down. She said, I get dizzy. I said, Mother, that's why we went to the doctor. Why didn't you tell him that your heart was pounding like that? Well, I didn't think I needed to. And I said, well, that's what the doctor's for, Mom. You've got to tell him, because I sat there and told him we needed this and this and this and all that. But I said, you're going to have to speak up, because I can't tell him how you're feeling. You're going to have to speak up and tell him how you're feeling, because I knew that you got low blood pressure and that you don't feel like going a lot of the time. But I said, I didn't know about this heart pounding. And I've had her at the cardiologist. I took her to Allen, Texas, to the cardiologist, and they did an ultrasound on her heart and all that, and it seemed good. But I think it's just being in or on the bed so much. I really think it's just being. So we need to get out and try to start walking again or something. But she just gets so tired. She wants to. I just can't make it. And Mother was never that way, y'all. Thank you, Lucy. It's the new camera. It's got to be the new camera. Plus, today I did go by and get my hair cut. I don't usually do that stuff for myself because it's so expensive. And today I thought I've got to, because I look like one of them old shaggedy people, So I thought I've got to do something. I can't be sporting this mess. So I got what? I just went to sport clips, something like that. It's just a little, but I take Mother on Thursday. Now she goes to the beauty operator. I'll take her on Thursday and get her hair fixed. They're going to cut it because it's getting kind of shaggy. We all get a little shaggy, and in this winter weather, we don't want to get out. And Granny Pat says, I love when I get to talk to her, which Mama. She's a very pretty lady. Thank you, Granny Pat. You're sweet. She loves talking to you. Boy, she loves watching you. I'll go in there and she'll be watching videos from 1920 that you did. I'm sorry, not 1920, but the way a long time ago. And that's one thing. If I ever get dementia, I want to not remember the movies I've seen because she can just watch stuff over and over and over and over and over and over. And I'll say, we just watched it. Well, I don't remember. I say, okay, well, then we'll watch it again. So that's what we do. Jimmy Mabry said she's had them frozen off. Yeah, I don't know what they'll do. This is a flat on the skin, so I don't know. I don't think they might can freeze it off, but I don't think I think they'll probably have to just take it off. Sarah Horton says we don't need to get out. Well, we're stuck here or we get out. So I know, Sarah, now I see there's so much sickness. You know, I had from one of the health people, friend of mine that said that he heard that what killed my great grandmother and my mother's mother and father were killed by I don't know if they had diphtheria or TB or there was some big thing that went down around the ranch in the early 1900s, and it killed a lot of people. And so my friend sent me let me look it up here real quick so I can tell y'all, the ones of you that are in this part of the world. Well, it's probably going to be anywhere. It's not just it says 79 cases of tuberculosis has been entered Kansas, and a total of 14 as of yesterday have tested positive in Oklahoma. So this was last week. Signs of TB are high fever, brain fog, chronic cough, flu-like symptoms, major pains in the chest. And it says if you're testing negative for all flu, COVID, and strep, request that there be a TB test. It says spread the word so others are aware. We have babies and elderly we have to keep safe. So I think tuberculosis, I don't think that's what my great-grandparents died with. Somebody had tuberculosis in the family because they had to go stay down in Texas like Waco, Texas. They had a TB hospital there in the 30s and 40s, and it caused their lungs to get blood clots in them or something. Then you can't breathe or something like that. I'm not really sure. But I remember some of our family had to go to that hospital, or just hearing about it. I wasn't born, of course. Okay, Sherry Long, let me get over here so I can see your. Let's see. Hold on just a minute, y'all. It's trying to connect to. Sarah says someone told us about this juice by Ocean Spray Immunity. Granny Pat says influenza epidemic in 1918. Spanish flu, maybe. Probably talking about my great-grandparents. There's a lot of walking pneumonia and the flu. There's so much sickness. That's what Sarah said. We didn't need to get out. When that pandemic hit, my family kind of got real irritated at me because I said, no, you're not coming in the house. You can come look through the window and wave at Mother, but she is in her 90s. We're not going to go down this road, and I just put a stop to it. I said, you're not going to infect her. And with my immune system, I was really worried about her, though. And they finally took warning and everything. So we didn't get sick through that, and we're sure going to stay away. And she's all for it. We wore our masks even today. When we got out just for a little bit for her to look at something, we wear our masks. And I don't care if people look at us crazy, you know, I mean, just the way life is. Sherry Long says her mom is 82. She won't tell her doctor anything at all. Then I bring up what's going on with her, and she shoots me a mean look. I think I know where you're coming from there. Not the mean look, but I just wish that our moms would tell their doctor what's wrong with them, because I'm not living in that skin. I kind of know, you know, about the blood pressure and all that. Pam F. I'm trying to go through here, y'all. David H. A good while ago said, remember to upvote. I guess that means do my like things. Y'all know how to do that? Give me those like, I don't know. Jimmy maybe said, just sit on the porch and get some vitamin D. Yeah, it's been beautiful the last 2 days. When are you going to the grocery store or the doctor's office? Well, we'll go to the grocery store this next week. I don't know if I'll film it. Well, I might. It was easy. Dreamlam, hi. Thank you for that. I like the haircut. Granny Pat's on here. Mary Up Thumb. Thumbs up. I guess that's what you mean. I don't know how to do it. So, yeah, if y'all know how to do thumbs up, do thumbs up. That's all I can say to you. See, even on this my little phone that's got, I don't know how to do that. I don't see it. I see a heart. But other than that, I don't see a thumbs up. Oh, Granny Pat, she's trying to be funny tonight, aren't you? I haven't told them about my escapade. I'm going to start being like Mother at the doctor's office. I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and not tell you nothing. Granny Pat's talking about my apples. I got a few of them peeled today, not very many. Cord. Y'all know I can't pass up a bargain. So, y'all saw the video probably, or some of you did. I see the thumbs up. I don't know what it means. I guess that you like it. I know what the symbol means, but I don't know what it does to us. So, the apples you saw, that's only a portion of them. I'll just put it mildly. That's only a portion of my apples. I may not have an overabundance, well, I do, an overabundance of eggs, but I do have a lot of apples. Yeah, I couldn't resist, Granny Pat, telling you anything. So I've got all these apples I bought for 69 cents a bag, and I think I bought 9 bags, and there's probably 10 apples, so I probably got 90 apples. So I'm going to core them and cut them and freeze them. I'm going to cook some of them down for apple pie filling, so I'll have it in case. David says, if you close live chat, you will see thumbs up. If I close live chat. If you close live chat. Okay, I'll have to think on that one, David, because my brain doesn't always work. If I close live chat. Oh, I see it. I've got 19 so far. I see it, David. Thank you, because I didn't know where to find it. You did so well by telling me that. Oh, David, I took that off because y'all, that damn Pampered Chef thing made me so mad yesterday. But then I took it off because a friend of mine, I'm not even going to say your name. You know who you are. It's not Granny Pat. Said that it made her laugh about the Pampered Chef mandolin. And then I got to thinking, y'all, you know, I'm not an ugly person at all. I don't have a mean bone in my body. I thought, what if some person is trying to make a living selling Pampered Chef? I'm just not going to leave that on there. So I deleted that or took that out of that video because I thought that's kind of like these videos, y'all realize they will be here perpetually. I mean, unless I take them down. And I thought, that could be a scar on somebody's pocketbook for me saying something bad about buying that mandolin from Pampered Chef. Now, the big bowls and things I've always liked about them, but I thought I'm not going to leave that on there and have somebody not be paid or somebody not order products from them because I said that the Pampered Chef mandolin was bad. So that's why I took it off. Debbie said that slicer, that mandolin, I guess the same kind from Pampered Chef, cut her really bad and she got rid of it. Hi, Gary. How are you? We're doing well. Thank you. David, it was probably hilarious, but my heart, I just got to thinking, what if I say this about Pampered Chef and then somebody's trying to make a living selling it? I don't want to cause them to not be able to make their quota or whatever they do. Granny Pat says, my grand PC designer. Does she live close to you? Lord, she could help you get your stuff in order. It's so hard for me to do it, Granny Pat, living 5,000 miles away. But we do fine. I think we do fine. Now, last night, before you came on tonight, I had to tell them. I thought it was something we had done on your wiring because I told you to turn your box off and turn it back on. And then about that time, that's when everything happens, y'all, is about the time. Well, here we were starting our live, and within 5 minutes, the internet went down in Kentucky. So why do we always have to have bad trouble or no trouble at all? It's just crazy. Oh, daughter-in-law. Oh, I'll help you. We do fine. We do fine. I know Debbie said there's a lot of Pampered Chef things that she loves. The stoneware, yeah, I have the big proofing bowls and stuff that I really like also. I've got it in the other part of the closet. I remember now I've got those big roasters that I bought. The only thing I didn't like about those roasters, and if I get them out, because I've got to start cleaning out another closet. Because when I moved in here, I just had things boxed up, and it's still in the front part of the bedroom, another extra bedroom, and I just haven't had a chance to get it undone. I hadn't wanted to because I don't have anywhere to put it. But those roasters, the only thing I didn't like about was that they stained so bad. So I may have to get, I'm not sure if this is the right kind of acid, but I think it's muriatic acid or something like that you can put on these pots and stuff that are, and it takes all the stain out. I may be totally wrong, so don't say I said it. It's some kind of acid. Sarah, I don't know about their cookbooks. I've never used their cookbooks. I've got too many cookbooks, so I don't ever venture into the section of cookbook any longer. I just like using some of their stuff. I've got two of their apple peelers, and I'm going to use one of those. The one y'all saw, y'all seen that's a Pampered Chef apple peeler, and they do fine. Now it cuts down in the apple. It's not like the one Grandma had, which just barely took that hull off. This one really digs down in there. Maybe there's a way to adjust that, and I'll try to do that, because I don't like losing all that apple. Procrastinator, I am. Mary said I was procrastinator. I can barely say it much, but that's what I do. Yeah, I just enjoy that. I'm having a limeade. Do y'all remember going to the drugstore when you was a kid and getting, or even Sonic, those cherry limeades? That's what I'm having. And that's what I'm having. If y'all want the secret, I'll give it to you. That's the secret. Not really. It's the kind of lime juice that you use, and you have to order it. And I was going to tell Granny Pat about it, but since y'all are here, it's a refreshing drink. I take the Little Great Value cherry, no sugar Kool-Aid packs, since I don't need the sugar. But this is what you have to buy. Let me see. Here it is. This one goes. I just got it in about 2 days ago. I keep it. I don't know. Let's see. Can you see that? Key lime from Key West, Florida. Let's see if I can get it. It's Nellie and Joe's Key West lemon lime juice. I'm looking here. Oh, there's a good recipe on the back of that, y'all. Now, I would have swore there's something about that I remember. I don't know if... I'm not sure. There's a lime juice, a key lime. Of course, y'all know what key lime pie is. I'll have to look, because it came in 2 bottles, 2 different extra, another bottle. Maybe it's the lime in one bottle and the lemon, and I picked up the lemon. But whatever, I put in here, and it's so good. I put it with that cherry. It'd be a cherry lemonade. But I put it with that, and then I put about 2 teaspoons of this, and then that packet, and you can use seltzer water, or you can use just regular water. But if y'all don't have this Nellie and Joe's famous Key West lemon juice, you can get it. You have to order it through Amazon, because you can't find it at Walmart no more. And it's so good. Mary said she used to enjoy the chocolate Coca-Colas at the drugstore fountain. Yeah, I don't remember having a chocolate Coca-Cola. I've got some of the Coca-Cola glasses from the original drugstore when I was a little kid. Same one that when my mother was a little girl. Sheila says she bought some good cookbooks at Goodwill last week. She's anxious to try the recipes. RV, hello, how are you? We're doing well. Yeah, I like, Sheila, I like cookbooks, but I've got, I don't know, hundreds. I really don't know how many. I'll never count them, so I don't know. Sarah, she buys the Sonic Kool-Aid packages. Yes, I think that's got limeade in it, doesn't it, Sarah? I've had that. But, I'm very against all this shelf stable products. So I try to do everything, even like this is from concentrate, but it's still a sweeter lemon and a sweeter lime or sweeter lime. You just can't get it with any other kind. I've tried oodles over the years of different lime and lemonades. And if it's not from Key West, you'll get that bitterness. Even in pies, even in cakes, it's just a sweeter lime. It's just kind of like with the Vietnamese cinnamon I use. I will not change back ever. I will always use that Vietnamese cinnamon because it's so much better. It doesn't turn, it's got a lot of cinnamon kind of turns not rancid, but it kind of a bittery, even especially when it's baked. And so that Vietnamese, it just stays sweet and good. Missy Johnson, Billie Jean, I enjoy watching your videos, especially love seeing Mama, such a sweet lady. I started watching you after Granny Pat recommended you, so glad she did. Well, Missy, I'm glad she did too. We're glad that you could show up and share with us. Wanda Allen, my brother-in-law was a racehorse trainer, and that's how my sister met him. And so he doesn't do it any longer because of the lung cancer. But unbeknownst to Mother and I, he went out to a horse sale about a week ago. He's a straight up cowboy, no mask, no nothing. He has had vaccination, all the vaccination, but no mask, and here you are in that, where the ring is, the cell ring it's not really a cell barn, but it'd be about a tent. And he got some kind of little infection, and he thinks, well, it's probably because he was up there in that cold weather. At that time, it was cold and wet. So he's really having some hard time right now. He can't get he's getting better. His air is getting better, but his CO2 was pretty low this last week. And then he's one of those that won't go to the doctor. So he finally went and they gave him some steroids. And then my sister, that morning that she got all uptight about taking him to the doctor, she fell and thought she broke her neck. And she was trying to hurry around, and I think it bruised both of her eyes. I haven't seen her because they don't worry Mother. Because when they talk to me, we talk on a speakerphone. So, but she told Mother she was getting better. So, I told her, you've got to be careful, or you're gonna really wish you had took notice of those things, because just running around, you can't do that. And especially if you're trying to hurry. At our age, you can't do it. You'll break something. Granny Pat, I just finished a video getting ready to post it. Mary, yeah, preservatives cause bad health. I think that's why half of the world has got cancer, because of the tin cans and the, when I was in school, we had to research about food and stuff, and those little molecules, I doubt it would be in here, because see, the ingredients in this is filtered water, Key West lemon juice, and a preservative, and lemon oil. That's what gives it that sweetness, probably the flavor. But a lot of them, if you looked on here, it would go through those 1, 2, 3 dots and all that stuff. And at one point, there is one, and I can look it up for you in some of my books, is, women's makeup has bat poop in it. That's a known fact as a fixative. So when you're putting on lipstick, you're putting bat poop on your lips. I mean, that was something I had to learn. There's so much stuff in things that you don't know what it is. Bat guana, that's what I'm trying to think of, as a fixative in cosmetics. Down in San Antonio, Texas, they have the caves, and they go harvest the bat poop, and it was Max Factor and all those that started using that as a fixative, and it's not stopped. It's just maybe listed as a letter or a period or something. But a lot of our food products, you realize that a lot of our products other countries won't sell because they are banned. Those certain things are banned from their formularies, and they can't sell our products because there's so much stuff in our crap, so much crap in our stuff that wonder we're not sick all the time. So I would suggest, that's why I suggest y'all, or when I say, and I'm cooking, well, I don't want to use this. I'd rather do it myself. So that's why, because you think, okay, you look at, well, just get in a little talk about this. You think, the psoriasis, the autoimmune disorders, kidney disorders and things. I think a lot of that is because we have been eating bad stuff so long. Because when my grandmother was young and they ate out of the garden, they ate real milk, they drank real milk, they ate real food, and there was a lot more death because they didn't have the medical antibiotics and things that we have. So there was a lot of death from that. But if you look back on the main, how their health was, then they were good to go because they were eating all that fresh vegetables and stuff out of that garden. And now they did eat a lot of grease. And that's why when I made those soft fried potatoes the other day, I don't do that. And if I do, it's going to be a grease that is avocado or olive or something like that. If I can help it, that's what I do. But yeah, I think there's a lot of products that we need to watch out. And I would like y'all to just get a bottle of something or a package of something and just look those up. Sit on Google and look up. It might be 24LQ or whatever, but it'll show up, and then it'll tell you what's in that. I did that one time, and I was very surprised. And that's when I started watching everything. Toxic cleaning products, Sarah says, yeah. Well, Craig, it's just part of it. Said it's disgusting. Debbie says she's glad she quit wearing makeup. Granny Pat says she ain't going to use lipstick anymore. Well, it's been around, and I don't guess it's caused anybody sickness because I imagine they sterilize it and all that, but non-toxic makeup. But I wonder, have y'all ever thought, when I was doing cosmetics and all that, the hyperallergenic, all that means is that they put it on X amount of people and 2 broke out, and if it's under that radar, then that product was hyperallergenic. There's nothing, it don't mean anything more than we tried it on 100 people and only 3 broke out or 10 broke out. So it's under the line. So now we can call this hyperallergenic. Melinda Roth agrees with me. Missy prefers lip gloss. I don't know, Missy. Y'all need to look up bat guana and see if it's not in cosmetics nowadays, because I haven't looked it up in a long time, but I know it probably is. Sarah, just buying stuff at the health store does not make it healthy. Yeah, Debbie said they didn't sit all the time talking about like my grandparents. They worked. Yeah, they worked. I'm looking. Fast food, yes. Wanda Allen, fast food is causing the kids to mature too fast. Well, it's probably all those growth hormones they put in the meat. Like I don't want to get in a big thing on this, but I'm going to tell you, I've seen the Tyson factory. Well, my friend worked there and said, those chickens are modified. The meat is modified, y'all. And I'm not going to go any further than saying that, but those chickens have been so modified, I don't think they have certain parts on their body. I don't know. I'm not going to even go into it. But when I tell y'all something, it's from somebody that I think knows what they're saying. I'm not just shooting in the wind. Sarah, well, I saw something about, August, somewhere around there, and it showed the chicken meat they had gotten at the store, and they cut into it, and then it didn't look right. It just did not look right. I don't know, it just didn't look right. Like it had I don't know the word. It just didn't look right. It kind of, how chicken has the, when we do pulled chicken or something, it comes off in pieces. This looked crazy, like it was little balled up things. It just didn't look right to me. Yeah, they do add things to chicken, Sarah. They really do. And I just want y'all to be, stay off all that McDonald's and stuff, y'all. After I got off of that, I started feeling a lot better. Not a lot, some better. Because I think all that stuff was causing my atopic dermatitis, and all that stuff was causing me to itch, and it just made me feel bad. I felt sleepy all the time. I had kind of headaches. I was kind of nervous. And I thought, it's got to be something. So I just quit eating it. And no, Mary, I don't know that. Maluluka. She says, Billy, are you familiar with Maluluka products? I don't know that, Mary. I'm sorry. I can look it up. Once I get off here, I can go back and look it up. But no, I don't know the products. I was going through a box today. I found several of these, and y'all can tell me. I don't know anything about if they're valuable or not. But this was a hourglass vase, but it was so unique. See how that top is? I thought it was beautiful. I picked it up somewhere in the years. I don't know. There's no maker mark or anything on it, but I thought, I'm going to pull that out of that box because that's kind of unique looking. And I set it here on my desk because I thought I need to look up, I need to look up a lot of this stuff. Y'all, I'm still thinking about doing the, not show and tell. That's all I need is a show and tell. Auction or whatever, sales, online sale. Diane says she don't mind me shooting in the wind, I guess. I'm not sure what that means, Diane, but It doesn't take much to get me mixed up. Very unique vase. I thought so too, Melinda. And I've got a lot of that art glass. I love it, and I've showed y'all some of it, but I think one piece of art glass like that on a etagere or on a coffee, not maybe a coffee table, just somewhere, it really brightens a room up. You can decorate a room around just a few pieces of that nice art glass, and it looks very modern and very lovely, very nice. That's kind of some of the decorating that I used to do. Is I like Knoll and Ames, and I've got a few pieces. I've got antiques. I just like good furniture, and I like to try to get it incorporated into the decor of whatever home I was designing or whatever back then. My back is hurting today. I picked up, let's go back to the apples. I picked up a big deal of those apples, and I thought, oh, I think I slipped. And then the big potatoes, I was trying to carry too much in the house, but you know, it's so much easier for me to try to come in and try to get the groceries in as quick as I can, because it's a little less work, and I think I kind of pulled my back a little bit, but I'll be all right. Granny Pat said Jan's into the art glass. I think a lot of people are, Granny Pat. You know, I just bought the stuff because I thought it was very colorful. I liked the shape of it. You know, and I never, those tall, what do they call the pulpit? What is that in the pulpit? Y'all know what I'm talking about. Maybe. There's the flower, you know, in the pulpit, whatever it is. It's the flower you send to a funeral. It's got the, well, there's vases that like that. And I picked up quite a few of those. And I keep seeing people on Facebook say that they're worth money, a lot of money. Not maybe a lot, but a few $100s. So I've got, and that's kind of like, this is kind of one. I mean, it's the, I don't know, it's very unique. I would like to know who designed it or who made it or where it came from. And I've got several pieces that are Venetian. I didn't buy any while I was over there to bring back, because when I was traveling, I just didn't want to have to ship stuff back or try to carry it, and be my luck it'd get broken, you know. So I just never did very much. Granny Pat, Mary asked, "Do you have any Fenton?" I bet she does. Jack in the Pulpit. That's it, Sheila. That's what it is. Missy says, "Be careful with your back. I suffer with back pain." And no, it's not any fun. And, you know, I think a lot of us, we think, oh, my back hurts. But, you know, I think it's a sciatic nerve. And if y'all take a little round marble, about, well, not marble, but it would have to be one of the bigger marbles. You know, the bigger, or if you want to try it, get you a tennis ball and lay it on the back. Put your leg onto the ball in the middle of your leg, at the calf or up on your thigh. Put that tennis ball and just lay your leg down on that tennis ball while you're on the bed with your legs spread out, spread long ways. Put it on the tennis ball and just let your leg rest on that. And that hits that sciatic nerve. And usually it will cause your back to quit hurting. So what I did then, I'm going back to the marble, the big quarter-size marbles. You might use a smaller marble. I get an ace bandage and I put it right in the middle of my leg, right below the knee on the calf area. I make sure that marble is kind of pushed in right in the middle of that. There's a kind of a tender spot in that area, and you'll know that's your nerve. And if you'll put that ball or that ball marble and wrap that ace bandage around to hold that in the back of that calf, it will usually also give you relief from the sciatic nerve. It helped me better than anything. I had gotten to thinking, if that nerve impulse is been pulled or you've upset it or whatever, if you can do that with your TENS unit, kind of, why can't you use a marble or a tennis ball? So I just like, when my back gets hurting, I'll take a big tennis ball, but I don't want to wear that thing on my calf. I'll take the tennis ball and just lay my leg down on it while I'm watching TV. And within about 10 minutes, the pain is literally gone out of my back. So that's something for those of you that have back pain. Why not try it? It's pain, it's not taking a pain pill, and it's relieving the pressure. Well, Diane, we all go to therapy, and then you pay all that big money, and I have had to learn on my own what to do things. It's just the way we were taught. And I got a TENS unit, and I thought I'd put it up here on my back, right above the hip, right at the hip bone. I would turn that on, and I thought, it's just kind of shocking it, and the pain to go away a little bit. So I thought, that's not hitting that sciatic nerve, because that nerve comes all the way down, all the way to your bottom of your foot. Why not put the little marble thing or the tennis ball right in that one of those areas? And I was pleasantly surprised. It stopped my pain. So sometimes this old country boy's got some ideas that work. And just like with the willow water, grandmother talked about the willow water. Well, when I started getting like cradle cap. Children get cradle cap, but it's the same. Seborrheic dermatitis gets in your hair, and it causes like dandruff. But it's not because a person is dirty or anything. It's just that seborrheic dermatitis, and it's an autoimmune kind of thing. And babies get it, as they call cradle cap, and that's what Head and Shoulders is. But if you look, the willow water has the silica acid in it. And if silica acid is from, now silica acid is what those little packages you find that are in your foods, that dries your food out, that's got the little, looks like the little salt packets, but you don't eat them, well, that's silica acid in those little dry out packages. I mixed some of that. I had one of those little packages. I mixed it with water. I looked up, willow water is a form of silica acid, so why don't I just mix some silica acid with this? I would use a little olive oil, because you can't put it in water. It won't break down. And so I rubbed that right here on my face and my head, where those had become really red and inflamed, and I could see them within 2 hours, that silica acid from those little things. Now I bought a bottle of a container of it, powdered silica acid off of Amazon that they use in cosmetics, and I just put that in with olive oil, and when I get a little breakout, I put the silica acid with the olive oil, and I put it on. So I don't really have to use willow water anymore, because I broke it down even further to where it's you don't have to find. And this has just come out in the last. This I've only figured this out in the last since October. So all of you that was thinking about the willow water, it's good, and yes, it's a good astringent. I still think willow water is good. I just can't. I can't climb up in the tree to get the willow leaves and stuff. So I'm trying this right now. I'll never forego the willow water because I think that's why my mother's skin looks so good. Is she's always cleansed, done things that you don't even know about. But I'm fighting the dog right now. Give me that ball. Dying, you're so funny. You need to be on our talks. That was funny. Yeah, you put it right in the back of below your hip, towards your knee, right in the middle of the knee and the crease of the hip, right there in the middle. Lay your leg on that tennis ball and just see if you don't have pain-free. And then you may have to adjust it a little bit to the right or the left, but eventually you'll know your body and you'll find where that tennis ball, when you're resting, you need to lay your leg down on that. And then if you want to go further, if you need something when you're up and about, going to town or whatever, get you one of those marbles and push that into the calf area and tightly wrap that with ace bandage. And it's helped me. I don't know if it helped anybody else, but it sure helped me. I couldn't hardly get off the bed sometimes, and I thought, I need an adjustment. Well, come to find out, yeah, I probably needed adjustment. But then when I'd get those adjustments, I was still in pain the next day or so. So I thought, there's something. This has got to be the sciatic nerve. And that's when I started trying to research. I'm one of those research people. I just like figuring out stuff. But I hope all of y'all are doing well. I guess Granny Pat is gone to upload her video. I didn't do a video today. I was going to make, y'all ever just get hungry for something? I wanted a white, y'all know those, when you would go to a wedding, they'd have that white cake with all that beautiful icing. Well, I loved it. So I was thinking about today. You need that. Your waist really needs that. The best white wedding cake recipe that I've had for years, I'm going to do it. And I love the frosting. The frosting is so good because it's got granulated sugar in it, which I need. Mother and my sugar are okay, so we can get by just eating a little bit every once in a while. I put flour in it. I put cornstarch in it, milk, and you whisk all that together, and it makes a beautiful white icing. By using the other microphone or not.
Your sound off.
I wonder if that's corrected it. Hold on. Okay. Not so sure if that will. Okay, now it's back on. I had the clip mic. I had the clip mic, and so that's just the regular room mic from the camera. Okay, I figured it out, Mom. Thank you. So I guess we've been on here an hour and 2 minutes. That's why microphones last about an hour, and that probably wasn't fully charged. But I hope y'all have a good evening. We're gonna get off here. It's 9:30. I've got to get Mother her medicine and get everything taken care of. And y'all watch out for the white cake. I'm gonna do that. But I also, since I've got this new key lime, we're going to do a key lime pie in the next day or two because I'd really like to have that. I can't do both of them because we don't eat all that stuff, and then I have to freeze it, and then it gets pitched, or you know how it is. God bless y'all. God bless us. God bless the United States.